there is a timer at the top of my screen. When it goes to 0, round 100 is going to start. We have 50,000 points to get as set up as possible before that timer is done. There is a 4 perk limit on this map. We're playing Kino as suggested by this viewer. We're going to try and make the most of our perks. We can't use that before the power. So here's what I'm thinking. We need stamina up. We need jug. And we need speed cola. I think those are the essential perks. Everything else is irrelevant. And we got quick revive just in case we need a second chance. We've done this challenge before on town, by the way. And you guys seem to enjoy that, which is why we're doing it again. But this time it's on Kino. So here's the thing with Kino. I think this is going to be quite tough. This is a pretty like tight map. Town, on the other hand, was very open and had a lot of like training space. Here, of course, you have the stage, but there's a lot more like little tight segments. And also, I feel like I had pretty decent guns on town. Here, we're just gonna have to use this ICR. I'm praying for Deadwire. Blast Furnace is okay. Thunderwall is decent. Deadwire, okay, perfect. Wow, the luck is insane. You see all the zombies down there forming up. Around 100 zombies. By the way, there's about 800 to 900 zombies on round 100. So this challenge is going to take me somewhere around, I'd say like half an hour, maybe 35 minutes just to clear one round. And that is the challenge, to clear the one round fully and get to round 101. All right, the round is starting here. The zombies are already blocking my path to where I wanted to go, so that's not great. I'm going to have to take some backwards approach. We also have traps, which we could use. That's also a smart move, I think. Running around and using traps. We need speed cola. And then last perk I want is stamina up. Stamina up is going to be a bit of a hard one to get. Why? Because we're going to need to get out the Wonder Fizz, I think. Right? Is there a stamina up on the actual map itself? I kind of don't think so. But I could be wrong. What is this? That's stamina up. That's stamina up. Okay, perfect. I need that. Give it to me. Perfect. Okay, extremely lucky. This is a very lucky start so far. We have Deadwire first try. We got stamina up. And I'm pretty sure I just saw a death machine drop. I did. That is really good. By the way, funny thing is, on round 100, the death machine is not insta-kill. It kills fast, but it's not insta-kill. It takes like a good, like, I don't know, like 5 bullets to kill a zombie. Also, another thing to note is that we're getting drops now. However, in Black Ops 3 Zombies, unless you have the Power Vacuum Gobblegum, you only get 4 drops every single round. So that means that in round 100 in this game, we're only going to get 4 drops. We already got them all, right? We have a death machine, a double points, a carpenter, and whatever I got over there, which I think was an insta-kill. Yeah, and an insta-kill. So after I picked this insta-kill up, there are no more drops. This entire round, no more drops. So it looks pretty easy right now, but trust me, that was the final bit of help I'm going to get. After this, it is just me and just the zombies, and some turrets, of course. But I think this is going to be quite a challenge. I did do a round, like, around 1 to round 100, like all the rounds in between, back on my PlayStation absolutely years ago when this game first came out. So I haven't really revisited Kino all that much since then. I used to do this challenge where I wanted to essentially I wanted to hit round 100 on every single Treyarch Black Ops 3 Zombies map, which I did get a decent amount through. Actually, I remember I did a round 100 run on Kino, on I think Shinonuma. I did it on Varux, which was really difficult, actually. And then I did things like Moon, Origins, Revelations, Zetsubo Nishima, maybe 1 or 2 more. I can't really remember that well now. I did a lot of round 100 runs. Oh, and Dars and Drak as well, of course. And I haven't done like a proper like round 100 run in so long. Because I mean, these things take like good like 4 hours, depending on the map. Some maps are a lot quicker than others. Like obviously there's Revelations, where the hardest challenge isn't actually doing 100 rounds, but it's doing those rounds without your game blue screening. Back in the PlayStation, there was so many blue screen issues, especially on Revelations. If you were doing the strat where you have the Popkin Servant and you use that purple gobblegum, I forgot what it's called, but it's the one where you get like infinite ammo basically for a limited time. That was such a hard challenge not to crash your entire computer. Or not computer, your entire PlayStation. The amount of lost runs I'd have on that map where I get to like, I don't know, like round 60, and then my game crashes, and it's over. And you can't do anything about it. There's no saving, there's nothing like that. It's just GG, time to restart. And I don't know if you guys did like many like round 100 runs back on, you know, when Black Ops 3 was like really big. But I remember there was some maps, for example, like Revelations, where there were even faster strats with the Popkin Servant, like places to sit. So you reach around 100 faster. But people wouldn't do them because they were so much more risky. So even though it was actually faster, it was a lot riskier. And not in the sense of like, you know, you might die from the zombies. It's just riskier for your whole console to crash. All right? You're losing all that progress. You spent 3 hours in game? Nah, fuck that. Treyarch does not give a shit. Your game will crash, brother. It will. We already missed those. I wonder if I should do any round 100 runs. Guys, let me know if you want to see any like genuine like OG type round 100 runs. I don't exactly know how I'd edit it, seeing as how the footage would be like so long. But I could just show the highlights, I guess. Or maybe it'll just be like a really long video of me genuinely just sitting there playing 100 rounds. I probably wouldn't do it on Kino. That's the only thing. I remember this map taking... I think this map took me the second longest out of all the maps that I did to actually get around 100. I had the strat of... I would train in the alleyway where double tap is with like a thunder gun out. Because it has the fastest spawns in this entire map. The only reason I'm not doing that now here is because I don't have a thunder gun. And I have a 4 perk limit because I'm not using gobblegums. So it's very easy to go down there because it's such a tight space. And if I do that here, I'm screwed. We're never finishing this challenge. It is over. Can I turret back on? Yes, please. Thank you. Is the turret insta-kill around 100? I don't know. I don't really know how the traps work. Like, I know like the electricity ones, they should be insta-kill. Turret? I don't think it is, actually. This is going pretty decently so far, though. By the way, guys, similarly to this video, if you have any suggestions for future stuff, just stick it down in the comments below. I read and try to respond to every single one. So if you have any cool ideas, I'm definitely going to do it. If I can make it work. All right, so we've killed about 236 zombies. So this is about, I'd say, a quarter of the way through. What I will say is, Deadwire is carrying so unbelievably hard. When I did this on Town, all I would get is Blast Furnace over and over. Which isn't bad, but Deadwire is so much better. It is genuinely like having a Wonder Wolf at all times. Weevil Barrier. And you know what? I'd even go so far as to say, I think Deadwire has shorter proc times. Like, you could just use it more. Like, I remember my Blast Furnace taking quite a while in between shots to activate. This is almost like it's instant. Like, I just used it, right? Bam, I can use it again. Didn't really need the ammo, but it doesn't matter. We have so many points. You may only carry 4 perks. Yeah, of course. Probably should have pack punched the Mustang and Sally's as well, just for all time's sake. Although in this game, they kind of ruined the M1911. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Wait, hold on. Okay, all good. I was going to say, they kind of ruined the M1911. I really loved the M1911 in BO2 and in BO1. And obviously, like, it's the same gun, but I mean, like, the way it looks, like, I know in BO1 it was, like, nice and shiny and, like, silvery. And then in BO2, it was a little bit more sort of, like, modern. But still, it was so iconic, sounded good. I remember when Black Ops 3 came out, and I was so excited that the M1911 was finally, it was like, yeah, coming back, another M1911, you know. And then you shoot it, and it sounds like this. Like, bro, it sounds like a pea shooter, no? Does it not? That was literally my first thought when I shot it. I was like, there's no way they screwed up the gun this bad. Like, it doesn't really look exciting. It looks kind of plain. And it sounds like this. It's a crime. It's a crime against the M1911, all right? I hated it. And even like the Mustang and Sally's, I don't know what it is. Like in this game, when you pack the... Like when you pack this pistol and you get the Mustang and Sally's, right? It just does not hit the same as like BO1 or BO2 Mustang and Sally. You know, like something's off. It feels a little bit different. I can't quite tell in like what way, but it just doesn't feel the same. Hello, jumpers. No, not jumpers. These are Nova 6 crawlers. Activate turret. I don't actually know if it's doing anything. It might be completely fucking useless, but who knows? So we've killed 300 zombies. That's pretty good. We are slowly getting through it. But like I said, again, we're good. This is like 30 minutes of straight shooting for around 100. It's pretty typical. Of course, if I had something like a thunder gun or, you know, actually pretty much just a thunder gun or any kind of wonder weapon, really. This would go a lot faster, but I'm not going to risk hitting the box on round 100 and like trying to train a whole entire horde. While I constantly run past the box, you know, hit it and then run further just to try and get a wonder weapon. This is fine. The ICR is a brilliant gun. We'll definitely make do with this, especially with Deadwire. Can't really go wrong. All right. The way I see it, I basically already have a wonder wolf on me. Ooh. Okay. That is dangerous. So you guys are obviously all zombies experts, but it's really important if you haven't played too much of this game and you want to get into it. First of all, you're already 10 years late. Don't worry about it. And secondly, it's really important if you want to train to keep zombies close. As soon as you go really far away, if I like sprint further away, they become unpredictable. If they're really far away, some of them might come from my left, some of them might come from my right, some of them might come from the middle. they always take the shortest path to you. So if they're all really far away, they have like a lot of branches, a lot of ways they can go. If you keep them close and compact, like try and bunch them up as much as possible, they're all going to move in one group. They're all moving in a clump. So you want to obviously keep some distance, but don't keep too much, which is why sometimes you just go back and forth like this in like a sort of like a semicircle arc motion, just to like round them all up and let the ones at the back come forward. Anyways, yep, that was just a little pro tip. Not that any of you need it. All right, let's turret again. Don't really need ammo. This guy's going around left side. Don't like that. What cop do I even have? Oh, just the basic ones. Nearly on 400 kills. That means we're nearly halfway through this challenge. Go away. Ooh. Ooh. I hate that. You know, sometimes I go for like a slide and it just crouches instead of sliding. I don't know why I keep doing that. It could be because I'm not very good on keyboard and mouse. So, quick story. I used to play controller. I was a controller player for like many years. Essentially from when I was a kid, I grew up, I had a PS2. And then I had eventually had a PS3, I had a PS4, and then finally moved to PC. So essentially I grew up completely playing controller. Every single game I play, I remember I'd play even like Rainbow Six Siege, I'd play on controller. COD used to play a controller. You know, it's like games that you wouldn't think you play a controller, I used to play a controller anyways. Just because, well, I had consoles in my life, right? And then I finally got a PC when I was 18. And that was the first time that like I started playing games on keyboard and mouse. Because it was so exciting to me to be playing on PC. I decided to like just try and like some games I'll just play on keyboard and mouse, you know? I always knew it was meant to be like the better input. So COD Warzone, I'd play that on like keyboard and mouse. I'd stop playing zombies on keyboard and mouse for like rarely. But essentially the point I'm trying to make is that I am nowhere near as good on keyboard and mouse as I am on controller. Which is kind of sad. At least that was the case, right? For some time. But I'd say now, because I've played on keyboard and mouse for so long, I've now lost all the fucking like stat gain, all the progress that I had from when I was like really young up until I was 18. Okay, because I haven't played controller in ages. But also, because I'm new to keyboard and mouse, I'm now shit at that too. So, I guess the point of the story is, if you have one input device that you're really good with, you've been practicing your whole life, maybe just stick with it. Alright? Don't switch. It's not worth it. I could have been really good at controller and like shit at keyboard and mouse, but whatever. But now I'm just shit about it. Anyways, yeah, I don't know what the point of that story was, but you're welcome. At least now you know. Okay, let's get ammo. 456 kills. We are slowly getting there. I really want these guys to die. I don't like them. But then they just respawn constantly, right? And this turret is doing absolutely nothing. Do you guys remember when Zombie Chronicles first came out to BO3, when they first announced it? How hype that was? The fact that I think we had already had 4 DLCs for this game, right? We had Zetsubo, Gorod, Der Eisendrache, and Revelations, right? We had already had 4 DLCs. And for every zombies game, there's only ever 4 DLCs, right? They don't make more than that. That was like the staple. I don't know why. There's always rule of 4. They make 4 DLCs, and that's it. But this, they released 4 DLCs, and then they announced Zombie Chronicles, which was so cool. Like, I used to have to whip out BO1 or like BO2 and like play it separately. I literally have it separately installed on Steam. But then seeing that they're remastering all the maps was so sick. The only complaint I will say that I have is that they left out Mob of the Dead, they left out Buried, and they left out Die Rise. Now, of course, we have those in the game now, right? They're all custom maps. People have remade them themselves, and they look incredible. Definitely did just as good of a job, if not better, than Treyarch would have done. However, still, it's so sad because you couldn't play this on console. When I got this game, I played it on console for years, like 5 years probably. So I didn't have access to any of the mod tools until I eventually got a PC and then had to buy the game again, of course. They're not going to let me transfer it. Where are the zombies going? Yeah, I just wish they remastered more of the maps. Like, I guess they couldn't do all of them, right? They had to pick the best ones. But for example, like, they put Nox back in this game, right? Which is cool at all. But how many times have they remastered Nox at this point? I mean, really, how many times? It was originally in World at War. That was the first time we saw it. Then it was in Black Ops 1, okay? It's like, okay, cool. You know, they brought back all 4 of the original maps. Why not? It's kind of sick. Oh, I'm fucked. Oh! Okay. Sorry, back to the story. They remastered it in Black Ops 1. And it was like, okay, cool, whatever. Then they kind of remastered it in Black Ops 2. Okay, it was in transit. All right, it was there. Then they remastered it in Black Ops 3 again. And it's like, okay, it's coming back in every single COD game. You know, just different variations of Noct. But again, it's their first zombies map. It's their baby. I can see why they do it, right? But they went further. Cold War came out. And what was the first map? It was fucking Knocked. Again. How many times can we possibly see Knocked in this game? Honestly, how many times? I don't know, like, how much you guys love Knocked. Like, obviously, it's a great map. I used to play it a bunch. But, bro, that shit is boring, man. That is a tiny-ass map. And, like, it's cool. I like to see it. But you don't need to remaster it, like, 3 times over. There's no need. There really is no need. And they're definitely going to bring it back at some point again. Like, it's about to happen. They can't let it go. They love it. All right, we're on 600 kills. I think about another 200 zombies, and we should be there. We've nearly downed quite a few times, but it's fine. Like, we do have... we have Quick Revive, which admittedly I didn't need to buy. I like having it as, like, a safety perk. Because, like, if I die now, for example, I lose so much progress, and I'm just dead. At least if I have Quick Revive, I have the chance to run around and get my perks back, and then hopefully have a second attempt without actually having a second attempt. And it's not like we need any other perk anyways, right? Like, what else could we even have for this challenge? Like, we don't need double tap, because my gun does fuck all damage anyways, and I'm all using his dead wire, which double tap has no effect on. We don't need, like, what other perks are on here? We don't really need dead shot. It doesn't matter. Again, I just need to put, like, 2 bullets into them and dead wire activates. We don't need accuracy. We don't need Widow's Wine, because it's going to ruin my train. It's going to get me killed, right? It's going to do more harm than good. We don't need Mule Kick. Don't really care about that. And what, is that all the perks? We have, like, Electric Cherry and stuff. I guess would be nice if I get stuck. But is it better than Quick Revive? I don't think so. I think Quick Revive is a much safer choice. And then Jug, we obviously need to train. Stamina up, really important for training. And Speed Cola is just it's a nice to have. I guess we didn't really need Speed Cola, but like I said, it's just nice. You know, like, we're going to need to do so much reloading through this challenge. Might as well make it quick. Okay, I'm a little bit stuck. Let me get through. Dead wire. There we go. Okay, we can get through here. How are we doing? 690 kills. Magic number. There we go. Probably about 100 more for this challenge. And that'll be Kino completely done. I'll tell you what. I'll try to finish the last zombie off with a Mustang and Sally. I'll go pack it. I'll get the Mustang and Sally's and see if we can kill a singular zombie. With not like a double pack ability. They're still spawning? Yeah, they're still spawning. Round's still going. They're still spawning up here. These guys are so annoying, man. Can I get through that hole? Yes, I can. Check them out. Also, these things. This is actually, like, trip mines. I don't know how to use them, by the way. There you go. That's going to do a lot. That did literally, like, 0 damage. Wait, did I just activate Deadwire twice in, like, 5 seconds? That was so quick, no? Wait, Deadwire actually activates so fast. What the hell? Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, that was terrifying. Jesus. So that's a classic case of I'm killing zombies too fast to the point where I have none here, so they're all spawning around different places. It's very dangerous. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let me hoard them up. A little bit more. And boom, boom. Kind of going the wrong way here. I like going the other way. I guess I don't really have a choice. Alright, let me get around these guys. Ooh. Hello. Are you guys clockwise trainers or counterclockwise trainers? You know what I'm talking about? Like, do you run this way or do you run the other way? I think it's pretty important. I think this way is a bit scuffed. I don't know. I like this way more. I mean, I know you need to do both, right? But like, nah, this just feels so much better. This feels right. This is the clockwise training gang. All right. We hate you counterclockwisers. Yeah, this feels good. There's something about it that just feels right. 775 kills. We're getting really, really close. Not long left now, I think. In fact, are they spawning? Yes, they are. They're still spawning. Okay. Still more zombies. That's fine. I think there's probably about 100 more zombies. At least that's my guess. I think it was like 800 and something in when we did around 100 in town. I can only assume it's the same for every map, right? It's not like coded that, like, you know, this map has this many zombies, this map has that many. I'm assuming it's all the same. Plus, this is like this is just the original Treyarch. Kino. It's not like a modded version or anything. I love how they drop in there. Okay. Okay, we must be getting close. They're still spawning. Let me round them up. Okay, I have to come down. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, that was stupid. Look how many of them that kills. That's so good. I want to get rid of these guys, though. Oh, I procced again. That is crazy. Deadwire is the most broken shit in this entire game. But I will say, though, it makes these round 100 runs so much easier. Imagine not having, like, Deadwire. I'd be sitting here buying ammo for this ICR over and over and over. It would take, God knows how long to do this without Deadwire. Or, like, without any, like, double packed abilities. I think it would take multiple hours. Like, genuinely multiple hours for one round. It already takes, like, half an hour to do this with Deadwire. Which is basically a wonder weapon, right? I mean, that's basically what it is. It's every gun's a wonder weapon now. That Deadwire just killed one zombie, I'm pretty sure. That was great. Good use. Alright. 864 kills. They're still spawning. Oh, wow. That is actually... I'm kind of surprised. We're going to get to like 900 kills. And they're still going to be spawning. I really thought they'd stop spawning by now. This is a lot of zombies in one round. What about now? They're still coming. That's crazy. Let me try to thin out the horde. Maybe it's just the final few spawns. Ugh. Round's still not done. I want to take out this crawler, man. It's so annoying. Okay, we've hit 909 kills. The round is still going. I'm fairly certain that the last time I did a round 100 run, there were only like 800 and something zombies per round. Wait, are these the last two? 922 kills. I think these are the last two zombies. Okay, we've finally done it. I'm going to pack a punch the Mustang and Sally and try and see if a full clip from the Mustang and Sally can kill a singular zombie without killing myself. All right, that's the hard part. Where'd the other one go? I think he's behind me. Okay, let's see if this is possible. Hopefully, yes. Give them to me. Mustang and Sally. There we go. Classic guns. You know what? I'm not really a big fan of the Black Ops 3 like pack punch camo. It just looks kind of plain, you know? Not that it needs anything like super fancy. Like this is how it was in like COD 5 as well. But I feel like it used to be like more like purpley. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. 2 zombies left. Let's see how long it takes to kill a single zombie with the Mustang and Sally. Well, it doesn't help if I miss. What if I just spam it? Can a single clip kill this guy? Without killing myself? It doesn't seem very likely, I'll say that much. No, an entire clip from the Mustang and Sally can't kill a singular zombie on round 100. And the turret is also complete shit. Amazing. All right, let's finish this out. Let's finish it out, actually. Round 101. Guys, that was round 100 on Kino. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any future suggestions, leave it down in the comments below. I'll make sure to read it. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.